Okay, now since that whole ticket thing was over, now I can decide I'm going to take this off the record. Dude, what is up with this ticket system? I applied for Flipside Tickets, and Flipside sells out every year. And the way they did it was they said you register online, and then once you register, they say, okay, print out this piece of paper, which says whose the tickets are for and how much money you owe. Then go to a bank and get a cashier's check or money order. Send it with your tickets. Decorate your envelope, which I love that. I'm sure that you don't get thrown out for not decorating it, but what a cool way to just make this process artistic. Good job, Flipside. And then, even the way they phrased everything was like, if we get more requests than we have tickets, they will be rewarded randomly, I believe is how they phrased it. Now, is that any different than a lottery? I don't think it is. But it's just framed in a way that makes it sound like this is something that I enter my request for 2 tickets in. A lottery, I buy as many opportunities as possible, right? And you're basically but via language, creating the situation we have now, where people have bought more than they needed, or at least bought the opportunity for more needed, and created this flooded request market. I also love the way that the Glastonbury Festival does this in Europe somewhere. I don't know, man. I don't leave the San Diego very much except to go to Black Rock City, but I think it's across the ocean, maybe in Mexico. The Glastonbury Festival, they have a system which is similar to Flipside except more advanced, where you register, you upload a photo of yourself, and the ticket is assigned to your photo. So that then when you show up, you have to show ID, show your pictures, which basically destroys the opportunity of scalping. If you don't want the ticket, you sell it back to them, and then there's a desire and there's a market, and so it works that way. I recognize that the existing Burning Man infrastructure is not, their passion project is not ticketing, and they've tried to learn as they go, and I think that it would be hard to argue that it's as simple as it should be. And as long as I'm venting, the era of tiers is over. That sounds cool, but I don't actually mean these tiers. I mean the era of tiers is over. There's no reason why we should have multiple tiers based on when you buy a ticket, which is how it used to be. I understand the need to have lower price tickets for those that can't afford it, so we should have a chunk of lower price tickets for those that can't afford it. And that is on a scholarship or lottery basis, maybe both. And then we have a single price which is high enough to create the ability to have a larger body of cheap tickets. So let's say the base price of Burning Man tickets is $450. Maybe less or more. You just got to do whatever the total would be, so that you can have a big chunk of cheap tickets, big chunk of $450 tickets. If you can afford the expensive ticket, awesome. Buy it and you're in. If you can't, you got to play the lottery, but there's still a good chance. As opposed to this right now, where we have this crazy tiered system, where if you can spend the highest amount, you get in 3 lotteries. If you can spend the lowest amount, you get in 1 lottery. And so if you have money, you increase your chances, but it doesn't mean you're going to spend a high ticket, so it's like, I mean, the number of people that have posted on the Facebook page and ePlaya that are like, hey, I want to go to Burning Man. I don't quite understand the ticket sales. It's like, yeah, you and me both, brother. Again, the dust storms come in many forms. The learning experiences come in many forms. Surrender is a grand gift. And fertility 2.0 has an odd sub-meaning in this context. Burning Man has clearly grown too big for its britches. So what will be the evolution? What will be born of this fertile place? What will be the new events? What will release the pressure on this one single non-sustainable growth thing into multiple events, or more pressure, more things into regionals, or other countries, or something? I mean, evolution is pushed by trauma and pressure. It's only when there's not enough food in the ocean that the fish with the kind of weird fins decides he's going to try to slump onto land and get a bite of something. We are those fish with slumpy fins.